I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birth most of the chains in the game? Why would I?
The NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, it's the AFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
20.
They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Newton. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Running on first down, Eckler. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd down. Newton looking for the out route here, and he's got Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Newton. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right up. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Newton. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Newton on 3rd down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Go, Reed. Go.
They'll try the right side here with Peyton. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground, this time with Tomlinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Johnson goes in motion left. Now a give, it's Peyton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Sharp in motion right. Now Tomlinson. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 50. 30. 20. And this is brought all all the way back. A fumble recovery and take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Hurt. 18 Cardinals. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Hut up. 19 Titans. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Hey, check that. Street.
On second down, McNair. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. The Ravens 5-yard line.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Ready?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll send Green in motion left.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, cup 19. Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
To throw, McNair. Oh, he brings it in off the deflection. There goes Green. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate? What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
20.
Newton now to throw. That one complete to Okoye. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Newton to throw. Rolling to his left. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
20.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Now Newton. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. A good pickup there, 22.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll take it inside the 25. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend in the NFL. From the 24, Newton. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Newton now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Back at 60.
Green will come in motion right. McNair. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Street. Mustang 19.
From the gun, here's McNair. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. And the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go, Scott. After all 80. After 60. After 60. Hey.
Here's Peyton up the middle. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And he'll send the tight end in motion left.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Rangers, 70 18 Pioneers. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 79 Broncos.
McNair to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
From the red zone now, Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
A final shot before break. McNair. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
At the 14-yard line.
Pass. 19 right. Ready.
A final shot before break. McNair, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Tight, 19 tight, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Here's McNair. And that'll be taken in downfield by Green. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. From the gun, here's Newton. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
20.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On the option, here's Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
20. 8.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. This is caught. Touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now a handoff inside. It's Peyton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Trap 60, trap 60. Cup 19, Cup 19, Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
Now McNair. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
70 Lions.
On the give, here comes Peyton. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
60 by 6.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey, pass. Mustang 19. Go.
Now McNair. Steps away to his left. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
In motion left goes Green.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 18, Pioneer. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
79 Broncos. 19 White. Hurt.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. This is a counter play. Eckler. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Completes it to Samuel. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
20. Okay. Express.
Newton. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. 20. They snap it to Newton. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Nineteen tight, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60.
To throw from his end zone, McNair. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Newton. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. From 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing here, Newton. And now here is another interception.
And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
The Dolphins advancing in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.